How's it going, everybody? I'm just getting off of work and I'm strolling around my yard checking out all the life and the milkweed and the milkweed beetles there. Um, the milkweed is finally starting to bloom. I shall show you over here, and there's tons of different bugs, and every time the wind blows I have so much of it and it smells so good. I will be a lifetime fan of milkweed for sure. So that fenced in area there, that's for my rabbit to let him run around, get some exercise, eat some grass. There's milkweed all the way. There's even milkweed growing in the compost pile. Must have spread from behind there, or maybe I threw in some root and didn't realize it. But there's a bunch of ladybugs and all kinds of different things flying around on it. Oh, it smells so good. The garden's doing good. Got a bunch of stuff in. Sunflowers are getting huge. That's the one there in the corner is the biggest so far. There's some bee balm blooming, so I'm hoping to see some hummingbird moths and hummingbirds pop up soon. Still have the greenhouse with a bunch of seedlings going. Normally keep it open. It gets too hot during the day. Now, see that guy? Yeah, they're all starting to dry out. So after this video here, I'll take them out and give them a good water. There's a bunch of tomatoes and all kinds of stuff. Cleums are blooming. The daylilies are blooming. We made another screen, netted in area because the deer like to eat everything we have. So put in some more veggies and some, I think they're cosmos or maybe zinnia. Zinnias, that marigold there is from one of the ones we did from seed. There's some of these sunflowers here that are from last year and the year before. We had some, and the birds took the seeds and spread them all, so there was just random sunflowers that the neighbor keeps mowing, that every time I find one I dig it up and put it in the yard. So hopefully that happens again, and when they bloom and they're done, the birds will spread them all over the place so I can get even more. Picked up another pond. It's a good sized pond. I think I'm going to put it somewhere back in the back so we have water, because our hose doesn't reach back there and it's hard to keep all that garden area watered. And but I do have a smaller pond here on the side yard, and it's doing pretty good. I use it a lot to water the plants. There's a whole bunch of goldfish that were in that pond that I had to put in here for now until water's real murky, but I don't mind that because, like I said, I use it as fertilizer and it keeps the fish protected because birds and stuff aren't able to see them as well. But I mean, you can see them. They're pretty good sized, and there are already some in here. They also gave me a frog. Can't remember the name of this pond plant, but it's blooming awesome. I put some up in the waterfall there. It's doing all right. The iris is already done blooming. There's some water plants inside the water too, so it's really healthy water. It's just murky. So the plants really love it. That's lamb's ear. Daylily, like I said, all the daylily are blooming. There's some more netting over there for the blueberry bushes, because like I said, the deer eat everything. There's even more. Lots of daylily. I'm going to have to get rid of a bunch of it. So if anybody lives near me and wants some daylily, I have big and small orange ones. I have big and small yellow ones. And then there is a ton of buttercups. Catmint, the bees. Bumblebees really love this. They're swarming it like crazy. Haven't seen very many honeybees. I don't know if that's the same with everybody. It seems like there aren't very many, and that's kind of concerning, but hopefully that's just the way that I'm seeing it, not the way that it really is. There is a lot of weeding to do, obviously, but I own a business and my wife works full time, so we get to it when we get to it, and if it doesn't get done, then things just become somewhere else for the wildlife to live. We try to do all this, people see this as a weed, but it's actually plantain, and the local insects love to pollinate and get their food from this. The plant can also be used as an herb or a poultice, so if you have a cut, you can make a poultice out of it. It's supposed to be really healthy. All this catmint, so much catmint. I'm a big fan of Hosta. I know they're not native and they're not a huge pollinator, but they do get a really pretty flower, and I love the different colored leaf that they have. And they're also edible for humans, and the deer love to eat them too, so it can technically be considered good. I'm having a problem with poison ivy though, and I don't want that. That's for sure. I get it really bad. The lilacs those smelled, didn't do super good. These are basically the only flowers we had on them. The deer like to come and eat all that too. Rose of Sharon, they are not blooming yet. They're gonna be blooming later this summer, and it'll be covered in pink flowers, and the bees will go crazy. More milkweed over here, and then I have another hosta garden with some different kinds of ferns. So like, I picked this fern up from my hometown in Louisville last time I was home and added it, and then there's the silver fern there, which I just love that color. It's a great accent. I know that it doesn't have any benefits to local wildlife either, but sometimes you just need to have some things in your yard that look good. So yeah, this is my little haven. We have a fire back here, and when this milkweed is full size, which it'll probably get another 2 or 3 foot at least, you can't see the road can't see you. These bushes are growing bigger. Trying to get this bush line to go all the way so then these apartments can't see me. I don't want to see the neighbor. I don't want the neighbor to see me. Same with over there. There's bushes growing down here that I can't wait until they're big enough to when we're out here. We feel even more secluded than we are. I love these little guys. I love the milkweed is such an incredible plant because it supports so much life that without it wouldn't otherwise be able to survive. Like that beetle and another beetle have like milkweed in their name because they rely on, monarch butterflies rely on this plant. I don't even know how many. I'm sure there are bunches of native bees and wasps and all kinds of stuff that just rely on. I find all kinds of spiders every day. I come out here, there's like a spider with a bug in its mouth, and so it's all about me trying to make this tiny little yard the best habitat for local wildlife that I can. I know that tulip trees, they're supposed to be some kind of a host plant to a bunch of different caterpillars and butterflies, and I'm a huge nature nut, and so like even if I don't eat a whole there's a pretty good sized pepper on that pepper plant. There's a bunch of strawberries on the strawberry plants. Like, I'm gonna eat some of it, but I'm not a huge plant eater. So if I don't eat it, I'll just feed it to the wildlife, or I'll give it away to my friends, or I just get a lot of joy out of it, and I love being able to come out here and see things that other people don't have in their yards. Like, most people that just have normal mowed grass don't have anywhere near the amount of biodiversity that's in this yard right now. And I'm gonna keep working at it, and hopefully every year there'll be more and more biodiversity both in plant matter and animal life, because I would much rather come outside and see a bird eating seeds off of a plant than me having to go to the store and buy bird seed and supply a bird feeder, and I'm just all about like feeding at the source. So yeah, I'm gonna stop rambling now. I appreciate everybody continuing to tune into my videos. If you have any questions about what I'm doing, or maybe about one of the plants in the garden, or you just want to talk or anything, just let me know. I'll try to answer any questions anybody has. And look at all this. I wish there was more blooming at the same time. We're still trying to figure out how to get all that planned out, but I'm really excited with how it looks. Oh, also, I didn't even say, all this slat, or this lattice work that we ended up buying a week or so ago. This porch gets so hot in the summer because it's a black roof and it just beats down, that even at night it just holds the heat. So we got this for clematis, sweet pea. I'm gonna grow. I have some loofah seeds in the greenhouse right now that we're gonna just cover that, and it's gonna be basically a green space. It's gonna help cool down the porch and hopefully cool down this back part of the house, so it'll help cut down on our utility costs in the summer, which would be great. And it helps us be able to block the noise from the traffic and people seeing us when we're on the porch. So, but yeah, thanks for tuning in. I'll see you guys next time. Let me know if you have any questions.